The Wyze Lock Bolt came onto the scene this year as the brand's second smart lock. It boasts a fingerprint scanner, Bluetooth connectivity, and a backlit keypad. And while it's not technically a smart lock, it's got quite a few clever features. Today, I'll show you how to install the Wyze Lock Bolt and share a few pros and cons from my time with one of Wyze's newest devices. And be sure to like and subscribe to catch more from us every week. We'll be covering more smart locks in the near future. Let's get into it. The Wyze Lock Bolt uses Bluetooth instead of Wi-Fi to connect to your phone. So it's technically not a smart lock like the Wyze's original. But that's not the only thing that sets it apart. Along with ditching Wi-Fi, this Wyze lock dropped the key latch, brushed nickel finish, and its ability to connect with other smart home gear. For smart home lovers, this might be an immediate turnoff, but without a keyhole or Wi-Fi involved, this is a tougher lock to crack for any would-be hackers or intruders. That said, it's a trade-off. With only Bluetooth connecting the Wyze Lock Bolt to your phone, it's a bit of an island in your smart home ecosystem. It won't work with smart home speakers or any other Wyze gear and home automations. But for its price, the Wyze Lock Bolt is shockingly tough. It can withstand a huge range of outdoor temperatures, and it's packed with features. And once it's fully installed, you can lock and unlock it 3 different ways: the Wyze app via Bluetooth, your fingerprints, and a keypad pin. You can share access with others within the app, create a one-time passcode, or store up to 50 fingerprints in the lock's memory. So installing this thing must take a professional, right? Wrong. It doesn't take a locksmith or an engineer to figure out how to install the Wyze Lock Bolt. I was able to install it within half an hour and with only one really silly user error that counted against me. But let's start from the beginning. In the box, you'll get a quick start guide, a template, 4 rechargeable batteries, the keypad, the thumb turn, screws, and a new deadbolt. The quick start guide is really easy to follow, with lots of big diagrams and step-by-step instructions. It was so easy that I proudly tossed it aside before realizing that I skipped a step. And if you're starting from scratch, that template can help you figure out where to drill a hole into your door. But in this case, I simply replaced my deadbolt, which made things much easier. So let's start from there. Begin by removing your old deadbolt. You'll unscrew the thumb turn and faceplate, leaving you with a hole in your door like this one. Next, slide in the new deadbolt from Wyze. There should be one already in the box, so there's no need for adapters or second guessing. Just make sure that it's the right size and avoid any gaps between the faceplate and the door. Then secure it to the door. Next, slide the keypad through the holes in the deadbolt and feed the keypad cable underneath. That cable will slide through the rectangular piece on the backplate. Then screw the backplate onto the deadbolt. Connect the cable to the thumb turn or inside piece, ensuring the keypad gets power. This felt a little intimidating, but Wyze makes the connection super easy. There's a red line marking where to connect everything. Match that line up, then screw the thumb turn into the back plate. This is where I skipped a step and forgot to secure the thumb turn. Oops. Once the thumb turn is secured, test the lock to make sure it glides smoothly. Then add the batteries and press the power button. You should hear a beep to let you know that it's getting juice. Now you can add your lock to the Wyze app. The whole process took me around half an hour, and I learned a valuable lesson from it. Never be too proud to read the instructions. So, now that you're a smart lock installation expert like myself, let's get into the pros and cons of the Wyze Lock Bolt. For just under $80, I wouldn't expect a smart lock to be all that smart or sturdy, but the Wyze Lock proved me wrong. Not only is it super durable, it's got 3 modes of entry and a bunch of cool features packed inside. For example, this little lock can remember up to 50 fingerprints. Afraid someone's looking over your shoulder to steal your PIN code? You can outsmart them with an anti-peeping feature. This lets you sandwich your real code in between numerical gibberish. Here's an example. Say your code is 1069. but you don't want anyone to know that. Add a string of random numbers, then the real code, then more numbers. The lock will still recognize that 1069 as long as it's in order, so you can get inside and those peepers won't have a clue what the real code is. From house sitters to maintenance workers, sometimes we need to let new people into our homes. The WiseLock Bolt creates randomly generated temporary codes that you can share with anyone who needs to get in. These codes work up to a certain time, then expire and won't work again. Just be sure you trust whoever you're giving the code to. Something that always made me a little nervous about smart locks is battery power. If the lock itself dies, are you locked out of your house? Thankfully, the WiseLock Bolt has a low battery indicator on the bottom of the keypad and a USB-C port below for its easy recharging. According to Wyze, the 4 AA batteries included with the kit can last up to a year, which is pretty impressive. When the batteries get low, the light will go off and you plug the USB cable into the port and wait for the batteries to recharge. It's way easier than changing them out altogether. Forget to lock the door? Not this time. The auto lock feature is just what it sounds like. You can set a timer in the Wyze app to lock the door automatically if it's left unlocked. Choose anywhere between 15 seconds to 15 minutes of unlock time before the keypad automatically locks the door for you. And because this uses fingerprints, codes, and Bluetooth, you won't have to worry about being locked out without your key. All these features are great, and I would say that the pros definitely outweigh the cons, but there are a few drawbacks to the WiseLock Bolt that I found in my tests. I mentioned before that the WiseLock Bolt isn't technically a smart lock. Instead of Wi-Fi, it's Bluetooth enabled, and this comes with its own perks and drawbacks. Bluetooth drops the price of the lock itself and makes it harder to hack. But without that internet connection, it doesn't play well with other smart devices. You can't add it into rules and automations like other Wyze lights or your Wyze security system. And it won't connect to your Google or Amazon speaker like the original Wyze lock does. So while it's a secure lock for your front door, it will be isolated from the rest of your smart home stuff. In the Wyze app, you can share your lock with other users. Whether it's your spouse, a neighbor, a trusted friend, this lets them set their own codes and more. But that's about it. These permissions are limited and aren't great for any other admin privileges. So it's not the best choice for anyone you live with who might want to change the settings on their own. In our household, we just use the same Wyze account on our phone. So if my partner needed to make any changes, he's got free range to do so. Like the Bluetooth situation, this has its uses. If you're sharing your WiseLock with someone you live with but want to retain total control over the device, this is a good way to go about it. All in all, I would say the WiseLock Bolt is an awesome product for the price, especially compared to other smart locks on the market. It's cheaper, has the same features, and looks great with most exteriors. While it's designed to be harder to hack and near impossible to pick, the Bluetooth connectivity comes with its own share of pros and cons. Harder to hack, but harder to connect with other stuff. If you've been curious about adding a smart-ish lock to your home, the WiseLock Bolt is a great low-risk option. It's cheap, effective, and flexible. But if you're wanting a smart lock that plays well with your other devices, you might want to consider other options like the original Wyze Smart Lock. That's it for me this week. Like and subscribe if you found this video helpful, and stick around as we cover more smart locks in the coming weeks. You can learn more about the WiseLock Bolt in the description where we've linked it to Amazon. We've also dropped a list of our favorite smart locks in the description if you want to see more. Thanks for watching and stay safe. Thanks for watching. And if you want more safety, head over to safewyze.com and you can find reviews and our lineups of best home security systems, best wireless cameras, and more. Stay safe.